Okay, so let's begin our yoga today. All right. Coming to our chairs. Yeah, finding a nice tall spine. And let's just arrive in this space. Yeah, good. So it's a little chilly out, so let's just start with moving a little bit, starting to get the blood flow a little bit. Yeah, the blood flow creating some heat in the body. Blink the eyes, shake the head, and move the legs. Yeah, just get yourself moving. Even this, right? When we're held up, maybe we've had surgery, maybe we're, recuperating from something. Even if we've gotten a cold and we're feeling down, even doing just something like this is so helpful for us. Yeah. I think sometimes, and then relax. I think sometimes the hardest thing to do is not push too far, right? We're designed to push, right? And do and go. And the hardest thing, even mentally, is one of the quotes, one of my favorite quotes is the hardest thing for the human to do is sit in a room alone with nothing going on. And yeah, my teacher was talking about there's a Buddhist technique where you sit for like 10 days quietly and you just observe the breath. Because they were asking the difference between Kriya, which is what I do, I practice, and that contemplation. And he basically said, my teacher said, we do the Kriya because people don't have time anymore. Like when Buddha was around, you planted the seeds and then everybody was just like sort of hanging out till harvest, right? So they had so much more time on their hands. So they could spend 10 days watching their breath. And we can't do that now, right? We have to we have too many things going on. So breathing is, just the technique of being aware of your breath. Yes, watching your breath and doing breathing techniques are really medicinal for our bodies. So we're going to start today. We're going to put one hand on your belly and we're going to bring one hand a little high, like right around below your collarbones. And that's just so you can, and then relax your arms. Get a nice gentle tall spine. So lift your heart, lift your collarbone slightly. And then let's close our eyes and just arrive in this space. And just observe your breath, your natural breath. And just notice what part of your hands, what's happening with your hands as you breathe in and breathe out. Good. Probably feeling the chest rise and fall. As you breathe in, chest rise. As you breathe out, chest fall. And what about belly? Sometimes you don't feel anything in the belly, right? You're breathing just from your chest. So functional breathing is coming all the way from your low belly. So we're going to do a few breaths of functional breath, right? So just relaxing the shoulders, the arms, keeping your hands there. And now on an inhale breath, let the belly rise, feel your ribs expand, and feel that the collarbones lift. Pause. And then as you exhale, relax the collarbones, relax the rib cage, and feel your belly gently drop back. Let's continue that pace. Inhaling through the nose, belly rises, ribs expand, collarbone lifts. And exhale, collarbone relaxes, ribs relax, belly draws back, squeezing out the stale air. So just at your own pace, do about 4 or 5 slow breaths. Yeah, beginning at the belly and ribs and collarbone. Pause. And then exhale. That pause helps us to set up for the reverse of the breath. And just noticing and try to relax. The breath is smooth. The breath is long. And when the belly rises, the diaphragm drops and we can fill our lungs completely. And then when the belly draws back, We exhale the stale air completely. We're now just paying attention to that, being aware of what it feels like to fully breathe. And just when you're ready, at your own pace, at the bottom of your next exhale breath, just relax your breath. And now just notice your natural breath again. And notice now if you are naturally using the belly. Maybe, maybe not. It's a practice. And then gently release your hands onto your lap, palms up. And then bringing your palms down on your lap, feel free to keep your eyes closed. Yeah, if you'd like. Lift the heart, take a breath in. And as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And then stretch your shoulders back. It's opening up that collarbone area. On an inhale breath, roll your head over to the right and up. And as you exhale to the other side and down. So bringing your awareness to how your neck feels today. And do about 3 circles, so nice and slow. And the next time that your head comes forward, pause. Good. And now reverse and go the opposite direction. And just enjoying the movement, enjoying the stretch, and noticing how your neck feels, how your shoulders feel. And the next time that your head comes forward, pause. Wiggle your toes. Press down into your feet as you slowly lift your head back to neutral, back up. Okay. And then if your eyes are still closed, feel free to slowly flutter your eyes open. Yeah. So just awareness, right? Again, way back when people had a lot more time, they had awareness of the body, right? Awareness of the mind. And we don't have that awareness as much, or as some of us at all, when we're doing this and that, and then going to bed and then trying to sleep, and then the sleep is, and that's how we're going every day, right? And so that's when the body starts to get the tension and uneasy, and then that creates disease. And so just taking that little bit of time to tap into awareness, like even when you're talking to somebody, especially now, we have, a lot of unrest in the world, politically and emotionally and all of that. And if we can just stop when somebody says something to us that is, we don't like, if we could just instead of reacting, if we could just stop and take a breath and breathe out and notice how that what was said is affecting you. And as I said in my newsletter, we don't have to take on anybody else's stuff, any of their mistakes, anything that we disagree with. We don't have to take that on. Leave it. Yes. And take care of yourself. So just taking that split second time of wait, stop, don't react, hold on, right? Because we need to react quickly very few times. Like if we're in a car and somebody darts out in front of us, we need to react quickly. But for the most part in life, we don't need to, boom, react quickly. Yeah. And so that's what this practice helps us to do. All right, our vagus nerve. So our brain talks to our body all the time. I'm learning a lot about the brain and the body connection. And so the vagus nerve comes from our brain stem, and it sends these signals to our internal organs to operate, right? Our vagus nerve. So take a nice big breath in. And as we exhale, draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Good. And then next step is to take your gaze, your eyes, roll them up to the upper left corner of the room. And then if you want to go just a little deeper, you can take your right hand and just gently place it onto the head. Yeah. Sometimes that just feels good to hold your head gently. Yeah. And then take a nice long breaths here. Good. At some point, sometimes this triggers a yawn or a sigh. That's good. That means you're turning on that vagus nerve. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can take your left forearm across your rib cage. Take your left fingers onto your right ribs. And as you exhale, just gently guide your rib cage, your spine over to the left, just slightly. Yeah. And if that doesn't feel good on your spine, then don't do that. Just keep that left hand on your lap. And breathe. It's also becoming aware of what doesn't feel good. One more breath. And then relax that left hand onto your lap if it's not there already. Take your right hand off your head and bring your right hand, roll your eyes back forward, and let the right hand help to lift your head back up. Yeah, because that's a pretty intense stretch. We've been there for a little while. So it's nice to help this 8 to 10 pound head. Remember, our head weighs like a bowling ball. We're holding that up every day. Yeah, take a breath in. And as you exhale over to the other side. No wonder we have, neck and shoulder tightness. Yeah. But when the head's stacked right above the shoulders, it's like a engineering thing, right? It takes the pressure off because the pressure is dispersed all down your body. Yeah, good. And now roll the eyes up to the upper right corner of the room, opposite of where your head is. Yeah, and if it's available to you, take your left hand onto the top of your head. Good. And keep looking, really roll those eyes up to the upper corner of the room. Yeah, right corner. And now if you want to take your right hand across your rib cage, put your fingers on your left ribs. And as you exhale, just gently glide your spine over to the right a little bit. So you're looking to the right and your head's to the left. And breathe. Nice, slow, long, deep breaths. And then when you're ready, just relax the right hand back onto your lap. Good, relax your gaze, your eyes, bring them back forward. And then take your left hand onto the side of your head, left side, and help to raise your head back up. Good. And then relax your arms down. Yeah. Good, nice tall spine. Inhale, reach the arms, the shoulders up, forward and up, and back and down. This should feel really nice after that deep stretch. So just roll the shoulders, allowing the breath into the movement. Always mirroring the breath with the movement. The breath helps us to get into poses and out of poses. Yeah. And then relax, do a little shoulder roll the opposite direction. Good. And relax. So now, nice tall spine. We're going to bring the arms forward. Let's bring our fingers up and just rotate fingers in and out. Yeah. We're washing at the window in front of us. Good. And then come to fingers up and down, and up and down, just like you're waving. Down. Next time they come down, pause and really reach your fingers towards your body, stretching the top of your hand. and relax. Good. And then bending the elbows and bringing your arms into cactus pose. And then lift the heart and look up. And exhale, relax. And then allow the hands, the fingers to just land on your shoulders and relax your elbows down. Relax the shoulders. Let your little fingers give your shoulders a little massage. Good. And now bringing the elbows forward and up, and then fan them out, back and down. Rotating the shoulder joints. Breathing in as you go up, breathing out as you come down. It's also a nice stretch for your spine as the shoulders go up, reach them up. Yeah. And then pause, and when the shoulders come down, opposite direction. Elbows back and up, and then forward and down. And back and up, and forward and down. One more. Nice slow rotation. And down. And relax. Good. And then just let the arms float down. And just do a gentle little shake, shake, shake. And good. Bringing your hands now onto your lap. Good. Cat-cow. So inhale, lift the heart up like you have a string. Somebody's pulling it up. Lift the chin. Keep the back of the neck long though. Slide your hands up to the top of your thighs. Reach your elbows back, opening up that front spine. Good. And then as you exhale, slide your hands forward. Just let your head relax down. And then a gentle little stretch of your spine towards the back of your chair. Not much, especially if you have a severe osteoporosis. You don't really want to come forward too much. Yeah. Press down into your feet, slowly bring the body back up, slide your hands up to the top of your thighs, reach your elbows back behind you. Yeah, a little bit more. Feel that opening. This is also nice for thyroid, thymus, parathyroid. Exhale, round your back, drop your head. Yeah, that should feel nice. And then pressing down into your feet, slowly bring the body straight back up. Again, having an awareness of what feels good on your body and what doesn't. And don't do what doesn't. Okay, so take a breath in. And as you exhale, start with your belly. Slide your belly forward and hinge halfway. And bring your elbows onto your thighs. We're going to come into Sphinx pose here. So just nice and relaxed here. Your fingers are stretched forward. Good. Gently pressing into your feet and just bringing the head up. Yeah, good. And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, look to the left as far as you can over that left shoulder. And inhale, bring the head back forward. And exhale over to the other side. Notice if there's one side that's a little tighter than the other. Mine definitely is. My right side's tighter. One more round. So come back forward and then over to the left and forward and over to the right and forward. Good. And then look back down, slide one hand and the other back onto your thighs. Press down into your hands, slowly bring the body back up. Good. Nice tall spine. We're going to stretch our toes a little bit. We can scoot forward a little bit if you're not there already. Yeah. Good. Inhale, lift the heels and drop the heels and lift the toes. So just massaging up your feet. Lift the heels, strengthening the ankles. Yeah. And during this slippery time, it's important. Yes. Lift the heels, lift the toes. And relax and just wiggle your toes in your shoes if you have shoes on. Yeah, most of us probably do. Good. And relax. And now taking yourself into a wide stance. Good. Situating yourself so that you're sitting on your sit bones. Good. And then stretching your arms out to either side. Lifting the heart slightly. Looking straight ahead. Finding your breaths as you're stretching your arms. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And good for the gallbladder, liver area. igniting that. We have already turned on our vagus nerve, so this is just enhancing our liver processing. When you think about it, our internal organs are working for us 24/7. Yeah. And now relax the arms, and we're going to bend the elbows again, coming into goddess pose, seated goddess pose. So again, heart is lifted, upper arms are stretched back, opening up that chest. So these back bends are heating, they're warming. So on this cold day, it's nice. And they're also uplifting. Yeah. Opening our hearts. We can lead with our heart and not our head. Yes, we'd have peace on earth. My peace sign. You see my peace sign? For igniting that. Good. And then as you exhale, relax the body. Let the arms float down. Good. And then bringing hands onto your thighs and toe, heel, your feet back to hip distance apart. Good. And then shake out the arms, shake out the upper body. Just wiggle the spine a little bit. Good. All right, now taking this right leg, stepping it out to the side. Squaring your shoulders to the front of the room. Typically when we take one leg out, our upper body will follow. That's just naturally, right? So squaring the shoulders. And to help that, take your right hand onto the left leg. That'll help us to square our shoulders. Good. Turn the left palm out, pressing down into your feet. So as you press down, let the arm float up. Yeah, when we use the lower body, it lightens the upper body load. Take a nice big breath in as you hold on to your left thigh. Take a breath in, excuse me. And as you exhale, reach up and just tip over to where it's comfortable for your spine. Yeah, tuck your low belly in slightly. Yeah, and that helps to secure the low back, the sacrum. If it's available to you, and turn and look underneath your left arm and breathe. Opening up that whole left side now. Press down into your left foot as we breathe into that left lung, stretching all that fascia tissue, little ligaments and tendons, rib cage. And now relax the gaze back forward. Press down into your feet. Slowly bring your body back up. Good. And then as you exhale, just let that left arm float through space. Float down. Good. And now taking this left hand, keep the right hand where it is, right into our twist, right? We're going to take the left hand and either bring it just the palm of it on the side of your chair or the palm behind your left hip. Yeah. And if you feel like the stance is too wide for you, you can narrow it because we're going to go into a twist to the left. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to turn at your waist and look over that left shoulder, pressing down gently into that left palm. That will stabilize the spine as we just give it a little turn and breathe. These long, slow, deep breaths. Good. On your next exhale breath, relax the body. Slowly turn the head back forward, and then slowly turn the body back forward, bringing your hands onto your thighs. Good. And then just toe, heel, your foot next one is parallel to each other. Back to seated forward. Good. Wiggle it out a little bit. Good. And then we're going to take a step out to the other side. So to the left. Good. And to square the shoulders, let's take that left hand onto the right thigh. Good. Relax the right arm down, turn the palm out, press down into your feet as you lift your arm. Again, that opposite, pressing down to reach up. Yeah. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, reach up and lean over slightly. Unless it doesn't have to be far, we want to get long on this right side. And maybe turning your head and looking underneath that right arm and finding your breath. Nice, long, slow, deep breath Again, if there's discomfort in your low back, either back off or tuck your belly in and see if that gives you some relief. Yeah, support with that low back. 2 and 1. And then slowly bring your head back forward. Press down into your feet to bring your body back up. And then exhale. Just let that right arm float through space slowly. You just want to move slowly. Yeah, when we move fast, our muscles tend to tighten up because they're like, wait, what are you doing? Right? Yeah, good. And then either hand palm on the side of your chair, or if the palm can be behind you, right behind your right hip, pressing down gently. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, turn at your waist and look over that right shoulder. And again, if the stance feels too wide, heel toe that left foot in a little bit, leg in a little bit, and breathe. Enjoy this massage for the spine. Neck, shoulders. And on your next exhale breath, relax the body. Slowly turn the head back forward. Slowly turn your body back forward. Good. And then toe, heel, your feet back to hip distance apart. Wiggle the body out a little bit. Let's take our palms and bring them to as high up as you can, maybe on the underneath your armpits or wherever it's comfortable, and just massage with your side ribs. Just relax all that, the muscles we just stretched. Yeah, let them relax. This also gets our prana energy moving. Our skin is our biggest organ, so that's why massage feels so good. And thighs, yeah. And that sends signals to the brain to, oh, relax, right? Yeah, good. So go get yourself a massage next week. Yeah. And relax, wiggle it out, or today, or tomorrow. All right, we're gonna stand up. So standing up, I like to have my feet on a little bit of a tightrope or train track, one foot in front of the other. Yeah, make sure that you're situated towards the front of your chair when you stand in any chair. Yeah, and then lean forward to start, right? I mean, if we're sitting back in our chair and we're, not leaning forward and we're trying to stand up, it's like almost impossible. Yeah. So leaning forward, keeping the spine straight. Yeah. And then on an inhale breath, press down into your feet and slowly bring your body back up. All right. So we've been sitting there for a little while. So let's just take a nice little walk to the back of your chair and start to move the body around. Yeah. Just organic. Do whatever you need to do to sort of loosen up. I've been having a tight glute on this side. So when I sit for a while and stand, it's like it gets stiff, right? So just wiggling around feels good. Gets the blood flowing and the muscle moving. Yeah, good. And roll out the shoulders. Just do whatever feels good. Yeah, good. And then come to your nice mountain pose, right? Stacking your joints. Remember we talked about that heavy head? And if your head is forward at all, it is pulling all the way down your spine because it's heavy and it's pulling, right? When we stack it, so chin back slightly, palms forward. Yeah. So head is above the shoulders above the hips above the feet. And when we stack it, like any building, like the pyramids, right? If we stack everything and the weight distribution is even all the way down to the ground, then we feel it's nice and easy. We feel, stable, steady. Yeah, good. So keep your awareness this week on where your head is, right? How many of us are like this all day, right? When we sit, of course, we're looking down, so our head is forward, right? But then every now and then lifting it up and going back down. Yeah. But certainly when we're standing and walking and we don't need to be looking down, yeah, that's when the head needs to be stacked. Good. All right, separate the feet a little bit wider apart. Soften the knees. And then inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other. Ha. 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 And one more. Ha. And relax. Good. And now we're going to step our feet back to hip distance apart. And we're going to just sway side to side. So tapping in. Yeah. And just take little tiny steps. Just starting to use the strength in our legs. Yeah. Let the momentum of the arms help us to sway. And you can stay right here. If it feels okay with you to kick back, that's an option. And if you tried it and you're like, ow, oh, that doesn't feel good, then allow yourself to go back to what feels like your body wants today. Yeah. Just doing that little testing. Again, we don't have to push and strain all the time. That is just, we become less efficient when we do that. And slowly come back to center. And also just anxiety ridden and stressed out. Yeah. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay. So we're going to bring our hands, find our mountain pose, bring our hands onto our thighs. Let's just find our breath. Actually, let's bring our hands onto our collarbone and our belly again. And if it's available to you, close your eyes. Just let the heart rate slow down. Notice how you're breathing. Yeah, can you lift the belly and open the rib cage and lift the collarbone and relax it once your heart rate comes down? Yeah, just even just concentrating on the belly. Yeah, all this diaphragm work. That's what, when singers, that's what they work on, is their diaphragm, like controlling that breath, right? Runners are like, how can I slow my breath down? I am gasping for air. Well, they've learned how to breathe fully. So they have more oxygen in their body. Yeah, good. All right, so hands on the front of our thighs. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, send your hips back. Start to just slide your hands down towards maybe the top of your knees or your knees. Yeah. And then we're just going to do little circles in one direction. And then pause and little circles in the other direction. Nice and easy, relaxed. And good. Just getting some movement in our knee joints. Yeah, during this time where we tend to get stiff. Good. And then come back to center. Press down into your feet. Slowly let the body just gently and slowly come back up. Good. Roll out the shoulders. Good. Let's come to a wider stance. We're going to start with the right foot. We're going to lift the toes and turn your toes out to the side, or however is comfortable for you to set up in your warrior two or triangle feet, kind of the same stance, right? So that right heel in line with about the middle of the back foot. So just play around with that so that you feel, even in this stance, right? We're not in our mountain pose, but feel grounded here. Good. And then we're gonna reach our arms out to either side. We're gonna come into triangle. Good. So take a breath in. Let's just glide your shoulders, just tiny. Slide them side to side. Good. Next time they start to slide to the right, keep reaching. Take your hips and gently reach them to the left. Good. And then just relax your hand somewhere onto your right thigh. Good. Make sure that this right knee is not back. There's a little bend in that knee. And then hyperextended, that's what I wanted to say. And then reach the left arm out and up. Good. And breathe. Good. And tuck your tailbone forward slightly. If it's available, you can even look underneath that left arm again. And breathe. Your toes are pressing down. It's okay if there's a little wobble. That's the brain-body connection. Yeah, good. Allowing the brain to say, okay, keep this body upright. Fire those muscles that need to let it stand. And now bring the gaze back forward. Good. Press down, lift this now, right, these left fingers up towards the sky to just float your body back up and then release and relax that left arm. Just let it float through space. Good. And now we're just going to take that right thigh, then draw it back and soften the knee. And we'll just find ourselves in warrior two pose. So inhale, stretch your arms out to either side, flip your palms up. Good. And then as you're pressing down into your right foot, straighten the right knee and reach your arms, stretch them out and up, just to where it's comfortable. It gets so long, yeah. And then turn the palms down and then soften your right knee and come back to your warrior two. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So inhale, straighten the knee, reach out and up. Yeah, stretch up. And exhale, relax back down. And 1 more time. Yeah, out and up. And exhale back to your warrior two. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, relax your shoulders, let your arms float down. Press down into your right foot, slowly straighten the right knee. Lift your toes up on the right side, pivot them forward, and then just toe heel, or step your feet back to mountain pose. Yeah, and just wiggle out the body. Yeah, just allow it to, again, if you have a dog or a cat or a bird, or I don't think fish shake, maybe they do. But anyway, animals shake all the time. When there's, pick up tension and they just, they shake. They also shake to get dirt off. They also shake to get snow off of them. Yeah, it's a good thing to shake. Yeah, wiggle out your feet. Okay, and let's go to the other side. So stance is wide. So these are strengthening and balancing poses. Yeah, lift the left toes up, pivot out to the side and down. Yeah, all right. So situate your triangle legs, making sure you feel nice and grounded. Relax your shoulders. Let the arms just gently float up. Good. You can glide your upper body side to side here. Yeah, and then start to reach to the left. Slide your hips to the right, soften that left knee, and let the left hand drop onto the thigh. Reach your right arm out and up. Find your easy triangle here. Yeah, tuck your tailbone forward. If you want a little bit more, you can look underneath that right arm or towards the right. And breathe, smile. Yeah, good. Opening up so many things in our body, from our neck to our shoulders, to our side ribs, to our legs, our hips. Good. On an inhale breath, relax your gaze back forward. On a next inhale breath, lift your right fingertips up towards the sky, bring your body back up, and exhale. Just relax that right arm down. Good. All right. And then taking your hand onto your left thigh, as you gently draw it back, soften the left knee for your warrior two legs. Good. And then slowly float your arms out, lift your palms up. On an inhale breath, press into your left foot, straighten the left knee, reach out and up. Big breath, big as you can. Exhale, let everything out of your lungs. Ha. Inhale 2 more times, reach out and up. And exhale, relax. And last one, inhale out and up. And exhale, relax. Take a breath in. As you exhale, relax your shoulders, let your arms float down. Press down into that standing foot, that left foot, straighten the knee slightly. Lift the left toes up, pivot them forward, and then either step, 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 or if you're on carpet, you probably have to step together. It's hard to heel toe. Yeah. And shake it out. Good. Okay, we're gonna come to a little bit of a our balance challenge today. Good. Fall prevention. Keep us upright and strong. Good. So you're gonna be at the right side of your chair here. Yeah, or any side, doesn't matter. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna just come up onto, so again, holding onto your chair, gonna lift your heels and hold. And notice the body. The body is wobbling. That's good. That's good work. And then release. Good. And now we can do that again, maybe just a finger on the chair. Yeah. Looking straight ahead is helpful. Heart is lifted. Lift the heels. Yeah. Good. Hold. And feel that wobble. That's the body working. That's the body-brain connection working. Release the heels. Now, same thing, but if you want to, this one, if you want to try not holding on, yeah, good. That's an option. Good. So lifting the heels and just balance, doing your best to balance on the balls of your feet and release. Good. And now if that felt okay to you, or you can just try this, another, the final challenge is hands on shoulders. And then on an inhale breath, lift your heels. Stare at a spot that sometimes helps your balance. Yeah, good. Just playing with it. And then release, relax. Good. Shake it out. Good. Now we're going to go to the more challenging part of the lifting, is that lifting our toes. Yeah. Anytime we do something that has the body rocking back, yeah, that's a really huge balance challenge. Yeah. So we start with a hand on our chair. Good. And then bending the knees slightly. Good. And then seeing if you can lift your toes up and hold. So balancing on your heels. Yeah. Again, feeling that wobble, the body stabilizing itself. And relax. Good. And then maybe try just a finger. And then sending hips back, lifting the toes. Good. And relax. Good. And then if you want to, no hand, but you can have it right there just in case. And then bending the knees, sending the hips back, lifting the toes up slightly or as high as you can. Yeah. And again, you want a little bit of a wobble. You want a little bit of a challenge. And relax. Good. Let's just take a break. And we're going to do, if you want to do the final challenge, is we're going to have our arms here. Yes, elbows bent. Good. Soften the knees, hips back a little bit, and then lift the toes. Yeah. Good. And release. Toes down. Good. All those little things are really powerful for us to, you know, again, practice that brain body connection. Yeah. All right. So nice tall spine. I'm going to get a little bit into our legs here. Good. So on an inhale breath, let's see if we can lift your outside knee up and see if you can just take it out to the side. Yeah. And hold. And then bring it back forward and release it down. Good. Wiggle it out. Do that one more time. Good. And then lifting up and taking that leg out. You can always touch down. Yeah. And forward and release. Good. And now the final challenge for that is hands on hips. Yeah. So again, just take this out. Even if you stay on the ground, you know, that's also challenging your balance. And whatever we're taking our body off center, it's challenging our balance in a good way. Yeah. So now if it's available to you, lifting the knee up or staying on your toe. and taking that up to the side. And then back, forward, and release. Ha! Shake that out. Good. Okay, 2 more little fun tricks here. So this time we're going to take our right foot, this outside foot, back into a lunge. Good. Good. So we know our lunge, right? Getting nice and steady. And then bringing one arm up. Good. Take a nice breath in. And on an exhale breath, drop the arm as you tap your foot next to the other, coming forward. Good. All right, taking that right foot back, bending that the left foot. Yeah, this is your outside leg, and the inside leg knee is bent a little bit. And now same thing here, either arm up if it's available to you. Can you bring both arms up? That chair is always there to hold on to. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Same thing. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tap forward, drop the arms. Yeah. Good. And relax. Good. And finally, let's go back into our lunge. And so either hand on chair, one arm up, or both arms up. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. And this time, lifting the knee instead of tapping. So another breath in. Exhale it out. And now on an inhale breath, see if you can drop your arms and lift your knee up. And release. Good job. All right, let's take that over to this side. Yeah, good. All right, so gonna come into our lunge on this side. Good. So stepping back. Good. Find a nice tall spine. Good. And again, one arm up. Good. Take a breath in. Then as you exhale, tap in. Good. And then taking yourself back to your lunge, tiny little baby lunge here. And again, one arm up. If it's available to you, maybe both arms up. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Good. And on an inhale breath, drop your arms and tap in. So that momentum should help. Yeah. Finally, coming back. Good. And then either one arm up or both. Good. And now we're going to lift the knee and hold it for as long as you can. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Good. And on an inhale breath, step and lift the knee up and hold. Balance, little wobbles, good. Yes, just as long as you can. And then release it down. Good. Shake it out. Good. Wiggle out the hips. Nice. All right, maybe hip circles, so a little bit wider stance. And just come into some nice little couple hip circles in one direction. Yeah, loosening up the glutes and a couple circles in the other direction. Good. And come back to center. Good. And taking our hands, sliding them behind us, interlacing your hands, Kali Mudra. So point your fingers down behind you. Good. And find a nice tall spine. Lift the heart. Stretch the shoulders back. Point your fingers towards the floor. Lift your chin slightly. It's opening up the whole front of our body. And breathe. 2 and 1. And relax the body now. Good. And then you're going to take your left hand and grab your right wrist behind you. Good for Yoga Nidra here. Stances hip distance apart. Take a breath in here. Lift the heart, look up. Stretch your right arm down. And then as you exhale, start to send your hips back. Soften your knees and just let your body fall forward. You're drawing your right arm back as you just let the upper body drop forward. Yeah. Nice little stretch for the back of the body. And then dragging your right arm down towards the floor, slowly bring your body back up. Good. And then release your right hand, and shake it out. Yeah, good. And let's make our way back to our chairs. Time is flying today. All right. And then just as gently as you can, sending your hips back, shifting your weight back, pressing into your toes even. Come about halfway to your chair, pause, and then send the hips back a little bit more. You can hold on to the chair and try to just gently drop your hips onto your chair. Good. And we'll just do a little squeeze and eagle pose before we go into our final relaxation. Good. So if it's available to you, just crossing your right leg over your left. Sometimes you can put that right foot behind the left ankle. That's not happening for me. Yeah, so like a little pretzel. And then relax. Good. And then stretch your arms out, lift your heart. Gently look up slightly. Exhale, relax. Slowly bring your arms forward. Take your left arm above your right. Cross it over. Give yourself a hug into eagle pose. Good. Scoot your fingers back. If it's available to you, bring the backs of your hands together. You can also put your right hand into your left palm. Take a breath in and lift your elbows up as high as you can. And then as you exhale, drop your forearms onto your chest. Relax your head. Just let your head drop down. Good. And then begin to squeeze. Squeeze your arms gently together. Squeeze your legs together. Engage your pelvic floor muscles. Yeah. Just squeezing out our lymphatic system. Keep breathing for 2 and 1. Relax the body now. Gently press down into your standing right foot, left foot. Slowly lift the arms up. As they lift up even higher, they uncross. Good. And then stretch them gently out in a big circle. Circle, sweep your arms out and down. Good. Just as graceful as an eagle. Yeah. And then uncross your legs. And we'll go to the other side. So cross this way. You can always cross at your ankles. I should have mentioned that at the other side. And you can also tuck this left foot behind the right ankle. Again, that's not working for me today. And then relax the arms down, tall spine, float your arms out. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders and start to move your arms forward. This time taking right arm above left, opposite arm on top, as high up as you can. Start to grab onto your shoulders. You can remain there. Scoot your fingers back. Yeah, lift your elbows. Maybe you bring the tops of your hands together. Sometimes the left hand into the right palm also. Yeah, good. Take a breath in. Lift your elbows up as high as you can. Yeah, feel that nice, amazing stretch on your shoulder blades, middle back. And then exhale, relax your arms. Just let them relax onto your chest and drop your head. And breathe. And just gently start to squeeze your arms together a little more. Squeeze your legs together. Again, engage pelvic floor muscles. And squeeze anything that you can think of. Your nose, your ears, your toes. Squeeze, breathe. And exhale, relax the body. Press down into your right foot. Slowly start to lift the arms up. And as they come up higher and a little bit higher, they start to uncross. And then slowly fan them over. Look, just open up. Circle, sweep your arms out and down. Nice and relaxed. Good. And then uncross your legs. Nice. And then just wiggle the legs out, wiggle the arms out. Get your blood flow. So what we do is we sort of constrict our blood flow in our body. And then when we release, we get this big dump of oxygen and blood through our body. Yeah, so just let it move around in there. Yeah, and relax. You have earned Shavasana. So getting yourself ready for final relaxation. Yeah, this is where all the work, the good work happens. Whenever you practice any kind of yoga practice, and you go through this, the asanas, which is what we just did, stretches. This is the most important part, is then getting your body to completely relax. Because that gets everything, all the toxins moving and all the blood flow and the oxygen. And yeah, so that's where it all happens. So whenever you're doing any kind of class, always take time to take at least a minute or two. So set yourself up for final relaxation, palms up, either on the floor or on your chair, back supported, eyes closed. Okay, take a nice big breath in. And let go, with a sigh. Another breath in. And breathe out. Notice the body relaxing as you just let the body soften from shoulders, neck, arms, fingers, chest. Hips, legs, toes, take a gentle breath in and breathe out. Let go of all of your efforts. Now, come to stillness. And as the body relaxes, as does the mind, just for this next 2 minutes, just be. Let whatever's happening happen. Bring your awareness to how you feel. Bring your awareness to how you feel. Feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose now to slowly come back into this space and time, take a breath in and breathe out. Begin to wiggle toes and fingers. Move the body side to side, nice and easy. Slowly waking up the sensations in your body, but remaining relaxed. Coming back to center, loading your hands into Anjali Mudra prayer position, resting your thumbs onto your heart. Then take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop your forehead to your fingertips. Relax your shoulders. Good. And we'll close practice today with this. When you get bitter with somebody, it is you that suffers, not them. When you're feeling ready and complete, gently begin to flutter the eyes, slowly open as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming, taking care of yourself. Have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.